Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another episode in How Good Is series, and this time we are testing Berserkers, and let's see how the Eastern Infantry will fly. Actually, this is the second attempt. In the first attempt I put these guys to Berserk from their starting position. And actually they quit the Berserking right in front of those Eastern Infantries, which was rather interesting in my opinion, and it's also interesting that these guys are not berserking at all quite just yet. Okay, so what's nice about Berserkers is that the requirements for the unit, the temple, actually gives them +2 experience, making the formidable unit even more formidable that way. And there they go. And, well, oh, a misclick. I thought that we could watch them go on a bit longer, but, well, I've seen you have seen enough of those 1 Berserker versus 20 Eastern Infantries videos. If not, then I will try to remember to put a link, or just Google it, so you will find it. But yeah, 2 casualties. My expectation is that we will do fairly well against the Urban Cohorts as well. Of course, if we eat some of those pillars, that might be an issue. Oh, they are all going after that 1 unit. That's another issue. But perhaps they will break soon. Uh-oh. Okay. First one down, and we are eating those missiles. So not completely a piece of cake. Those Urbans still pack a punch. And actually, it was rather close with this one. Perhaps I will actually do this again. Perhaps that berserking was not quite optimal. So in order to do a bit better, perhaps we should have 2 task forces of these guys going at the enemy. And let's berserk early enough. And there they go. And once again, yeah, clearly a minus with Berserkers, in addition to their lack of armor, is that you just cannot control them. Okay. And more pillar coming this way. We might actually lose this battle. Yeah, there is another volley coming.
Your warlord's bowels have turned to water, and he runs from the fight. Better that he die than live.
Well, I guess we just cannot let this result stand. I mean, rather impressive from the AI to just abuse that missile attack. And rather unimpressive of these Berserkers to not berserk. They are... okay. At least some of them were seemingly breaking. I mean, this is really surprising. I don't think that in 1 versus 1, well, of course it's one very hard. I'll give it that. But still, this is rather impressive from the Urbans.
Your war... This
Yeah.
kind of defeat is
I
no
mean,
reward for
wow.
the death of brave warriors.
So I guess I should have been happy with the first result. Let's give it a third try. Because I mean, Berserkers kind of should be like a counter to Urban Cohort. And you guys start berserking, you go a bit forward and start berserking as well. Hopefully. Okay, not then. Okay, this time no pillar throw. So that's at least something, and now things are going as they should be going, but still. The last round was really, really weird.
The enemy. This is a great victory! The cries of dying enemies are sweet music to our warriors.
So, you just cannot rely on the brute forces of Berserkers. There is always some RNG involved. Let's see how we will fare against Cavalry. I think those Equites should be relatively easy to deal with, but that Legionary Cavalry, of course, if their charge becomes quite blunted, I think we do have a good chance against them. Yeah, Equites were really easy. But now is the real test, and let's see if these guys keep berserking. And there comes the charge. Yeah, they take quite heavy casualties, but they are still berserking and doing some heavy damage in here. And those Equites are actually rallying.
You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear. Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
Yeah, especially in very hard. Seems that Berserkers are not
This is no
that invincible.
fight no more. The enemy are in full flight, and the victory is yours.
And again, perhaps in some of the tests, they have been kind of facing too much of their favored enemies. Okay, so if the AI plays this smartly, this could be really difficult battle for Berserkers, but let's see how it will go. So there you go, and they're marching, not firing at least yet. Reloading. These guys are berserking. No, you are not berserking anymore. Ah. Yeah. And this... Okay, these guys got where they were supposed to go. But otherwise... things are looking a bit rough.
Enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
And these might actually even rally. If we don't break them quickly. Okay.
Your warriors have driven off the enemy. Only their dead remain, and their wailing womenfolk.
I agree that the victory felt rather average, and if the AI had played only a slightly better, I think this might have been even a defeat for the Berserkers, because missile units are hard counter for them. And I think this battle actually will be kryptonite for the Berserkers. I doubt that... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, okay, they actually managed to get into... Okay.
Killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear.
And here I was
Now
thinking
they may
that...
turn and run. Attack! Attack!
Nothing good would come out of this battle. But we managed to inflict at least some casualties. Yeah, they are charging with horse archers. And that's it.
The foul.
Yeah. Not much to be done over there. This should be relatively easy pickings, though the enemy does have some aces. For example, the Legionary Cavalry charging and the Roman archers. That can actually ruin the day, but it seems the cavalry is being thrown away. But then again, now those missile units do have a good opportunity at firing at us. And they are trying to utilize it. Perhaps I ordered these to Berserk a bit too early. Well, the missile cavalry is moving into melee, so that's clearly stupid move from the AI. But those Roman archers are doing some damage, and of course the enemy could try to kind of lure our Berserkers to face these guys one at a time, so the archers will get as much time to fire as possible. Then again, perhaps that's a bit too much to expect it from the AI. And we are starting to eat some pillar. Okay, archers into melee, not a good move.
Warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
And I doubt those Urbans will be coming back, but the Cavalry Auxilia might still cause us some headache if they don't... Okay, they're not running away, so they get wrecked. There are still those archers. So that's the wake of the Berserkers over there.
Your warriors have killed until they can kill no more. This is a crushing victory.
Okay, I mean, decent enough. Though, once again, perhaps not quite heroic victory. Because casualties were suffered. And of course, when you are playing, try to remember not to loosen the Berserkers facing a phalanx that's facing you, because they will get annihilated. Even militia hoplites should be able to annihilate them if they charge from the front. So, overall, Berserkers got 461 points from battles out of 600. The main reason for this is that they actually lost to missile cavalry and then suffered some losses in quite a few battles, but still quite decent amount. Regarding the requirements, the unit costs 930 to recruit, so that's only 19 out of 50 points. The upkeep on the other hand is smaller, 120 per unit, so 10 turns is 1200, earning it a total of 90 points out of 150. The requirements are tier 3 temple, which also gives that bonus to experience, so Sacred Circle of Donar, and thus the score is 60 from the requirements, and the building time is 2 turns, earning it 50 points in total. Thus the overall score from requirements is 290 points, and thus the total score is 680, which is not quite enough to put it on par with those best units, but still clearly seems to be above a middle type of unit such as Hastati. But yeah, that's my estimation of the unit. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member, and very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Kosaku, Sarmark, Anthony, Blue Eye Wolf. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.